And I see the driveway. This way. Hey everybody, it's Robert and you're watching Sidestep Adventures, and today I am going on an adventure with my good friend Robert Harrell, who has been with me since the beginning of the show, but he's never been on a video before now. I don't know why that is.
Witness protection program. We're looking for one grave in particular, what I'm looking for. And the man's name is Dr. James Randolph Johnson, born May the 18th, 1773. Died March the 11th, 1836. He came to Harris County to visit his granddaughter that was ill. And he became ill and died. And they're buried right next to one another. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, so we're gonna try to find a path through these woods here and this old driveway and see what we can find. So let's go.
I wonder if they built on top of the cemetery. We want to look for the church foundations there. All right. So here we are. Cemetery would be on high ground, would it?
Yeah, generally they are on high ground, on hills.
And here is the other part of the driveway. Look. See it? Someone's built a house on top of the... Ah, boy. So here is the driveway. Goes right into someone's property. Look. So where does that leave us? Could the house be on top of the cemetery? We have two options, left or right. Let's go right first. What do you see? Nothing. Maybe it's in someone's backyard. I see no signs, do you?
I do not.
Okay. Then we'll go back to the left.
All right, so after just a little bit of looking around in the woods and thinking we weren't gonna find it, just spotted it here. A few headstones peeking up in the woods. Now there's supposed to be a lot of graves out here, but only a few are marked. So we'll look around after we look at these marked graves. I see 3. So this is Betty Holt, wife of H. Sanford Harris, born December 19th, 1859, and died September 9th, 1925. At the bottom, it says Mama.
So I'll be able to, when I come back, I'll have some idea where I'm at.
Good deal. Over here is H. Sanford Harris, born 1865, died 1936. At the bottom it says, I know that my Redeemer liveth. And let's look at the emblem on the top of the grave there. And there's also one on the back of the grave as well. And I've never seen one quite like that before, so if you guys know what that means, let me know in the comments.
Here we go. I may have found what I'm looking for here, but I found you another one right there too. William J. Gordy. USA.
William J. Gordy, Company F, 64th Georgia Infantry, Confederate States of America.
We got a lot of cleaning up to do here. This isn't mine, but this is another one.
Oh, that's a lot newer. That's 1931.
31,
okay, I
he
thought
died
it
in
said
31.
thought it said 81.
1931. Now, the last burial that I knew of was 1950. And there was a church standing here, I think. And the church foundation should be off to the side somewhere. We'll look for it. Small church.
So this is W.L. Gordy, born February 19th, 1859, and died November 11th, 1931.
There's the mother. Nunley.
Lucy E. Nunley, wife of W.L. Gordy, born February 27th, 1870, and died July 24th, 1931. At the bottom, it says mother. Oh wow, there's another one.
Yeah, this, you see the bricks around us here?
Yeah.
This is probably the Gordy family plot.
Yep.
But you notice something about those bricks? They look newer, don't they?
They do indeed.
So someone might have been up here. I don't know who that is. Can you make it out?
It's Mary Ruth Gordy, born January 17th, 1892, and died September 28th, 1913. And I see another one over here. This is Benjamin F. Nunley, born October 29th, 1883, died February 22nd, 1950. And it's also still got the marker from the funeral home right there. Didn't you say that the last burial out here was the 50s?
Yeah, about 1950. Did you find it?
Yeah, 1950 right there.
That's it. Was that a Gordy?
Nunley.
A Nunley, yes. Should have been a man. Yeah. The last one that I know of that I saw recorded from a funeral home. I forgot which funeral home it was. So that was the last one.
And there's another one right there.
There is. Let's see if I can clean it off.
All right.
It's a Nunley, but I can't make out the...
Looks like Mrs. Fanny Clay Nunley.
W.F. Wife of W.F. Nunley. You see a date anywhere on here? I can't make the date out, can you? So much dirt there. Should have brought me some water. 37?
27.
27?
Yeah, September 5th, 1844 to October 18th, 1927.
Well, I'm still missing my doctor. There's the driveway right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
Driveway came right up through there.
So cemetery's probably in the...
Could be. I'm going to go back this way and look.
Yeah, because we are on a hill now.
Yes, we are. I have no idea. My brother said it was 5 acres to this.
Oh, wow.
That's what he said. How much of it's cemetery, we don't know. See a survey line there that someone else put up. There's the driveway right there. So the reason I'm looking for this particular doctor is it might be 40 years ago. I can't remember exactly to the day. I'm 64, so I was a young man. A gentleman came up here looking for, I see another marker over there, looking for a particular grave of a relative of his, probably a fourth generation or fifth grandfather. And my father knew where it was at because he knew the cemetery. And the man was old. And so my father brought him up here and they parked half a mile away. And my dad was young then and he threw fell on his back and carried him piggyback up through the woods here, and they found the marker. And the man was so happy. He was finishing his quest to find all of his relatives, and that was the last one that he hadn't found. And so my dad brought him up here, and that's the reason I'm here today, is because I want to find it, because this gentleman's another relative from Scotland, it was questioning, had the question of where the doctor's buried. I see another marker right over there, so we're right in the middle of the cemetery, probably. And the leaves are so thick here.
Yeah, with the way that some of those were covered up, there could be burials all through here. And there are also a lot of unmarked burials out here. That's what Robert was telling me earlier. In fact, I see some white crosses that are going to be marking unmarked graves, which means that somebody at some point has come out here and done some kind of survey on this place. Before we take a look at the marked stone right there, we'll go ahead and look at these. You can see these are just indentions in the ground. There's of course the newer white cross that somebody has put up, and an indention right there. There's an indention in the ground. A very large one right here. And there's another one, and another one, and the white crosses just keep going all the way out through there. So before we get too far away, I'll go ahead and take a look at this. This is another Gordy. It says Our Mother, S.C. Gordy, born 1737 and died 1872. Remember, friends, as you pass by, as you are, so once was I. You see another large indention right there. So as far as unmarked graves go, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 here, and then 6, 7. There's a child's grave right here. You can see a very small indention in the ground, and it's marked by 2 field stones. Here's another grave. And this one looks like it was actually marked at one time, but the headstone is broken off there.
That could be the one I'm looking for. I don't see any writing.
I don't. There's something that's going to be pretty hard to make out on this. I see born.
The year.
Try to make it out. It looks like, I'll hold it into the light, July 1816 maybe. The death date I can't make out.
But the birth date of 1816, I'll go back and look in the archives. Maybe I can match it up.
Yeah.
And see. The one that I'm looking for was born in the 1700s.
Gotcha.
But this could be his granddaughter, but he would have a marker right next to him. The story said that he was buried right next to his granddaughter. There is no marker here. I'm gonna go to the north.
There's another field stone right there. I'm gonna turn the camera off and work on this just a little bit, see if I can't make anything out. Or maybe there's some more. All right, so at the top it says W.A., but I cannot make that last name out. It looks like L. Like I said, I can't make it out. And there's born October 22nd, 1816. and then death date right there. And then Robert's found another marked one over there, so we'll catch up to him. Alright, so my GoPro just completely messed up on me and started not recording videos, and a couple files are corrupted. I don't think I lost too much footage. The last bit that I recorded that I think is saved said that Robert had found another marked grave, and that is this one right here. So let us see if we can't make anything out on this grave here, which this is definitely going to be hard to read because the engraving on it's almost completely gone. It's almost flat now. I mean, I can make out just a little bit right there. So there's a lot of information on the top of this grave. I think it says to the memory of, it looks like DB James, this is a resident of North Carolina. See, Randolph County. Departed this life. Looks like 1836.
That could be in what month? March?
I can't really make it out, but it says, I think it says of North Carolina.
That's him.
This is him?
That's him.
Yeah.
My brother said it was faded. I wouldn't be able to see it. Told me to bring paper and a pencil.
Yeah.
That's him. He died in 1836. Actual date was March the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. He was born on the 18th of May, which is close to my birthday. 1836, he was 62 years old. Dr. James Randolph from Randolph County, North Carolina, Johnson. And his father was born in 1740 something and was in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stake here.
I think that's it, yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'll come back and change it when we come back later on this fall when it's a little bit cooler.
Well, I definitely see Randolph on it.
That's it.
Too.
That's him.
So very cool.
Yeah,
And
we found it. We found it. We found it. We're marking it right now. It's faded, completely faded. All right. I will. Bye. So there should be some unmarked graves further down the hill that were slaves. Slaves would go to church, but back then they sat in the balcony. And they should be that direction. Unmarked, simple graves. We'll go look for them.
all right,
I'm gonna look at this one more time.
go ahead.
Make sure. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of it because I promised his relatives that I would document it and send it to them. And we'll come back another day and do a formal a formal sign here. Came to visit his granddaughter, and he got sick, and his granddaughter's buried next to him. Either the right or left, we don't know.
There's
Right.
There's a grave right
That
there.
could be it right here. This little indentation right here could be his granddaughter. No marker for her. And there was no marker 40-something years ago when my dad came. It was just one marker, and that was the doctor.
Wow.